Hey everybody, a little tutorial here on how to get to the Common Sense digital citizenship lessons. When you go to Google and you type in Common Sense Media, it will come to this main landing page here. 2 seconds worth of your time. This is a great if you're looking for kind of getting reviews on movies and you don't have the chance to go see them ahead of time. Gives you great reviews, lets you know what's going on in the films, the if it's age appropriate for your children. You can take a look through movies, TV shows, books, apps, games, different things like that. So I use this a lot, outside of school for my own kids. Okay, so moving back on to our students here, this is for parents. We come over and we'll take a look at educators. Okay, and once we come into the educators piece, this is where you'll see the lessons that you're going to be finding for our students. Now, back in the fall, you would have already logged in and you would have signed up. So you'll see this place over here. I can sign out real quick. Uh, you'd just come right in to sign in. All right. And then you would click on sign in with Google because you're already signed in with your Chrome. And excuse me, it should take you right there. So I can just do that again. And if you are new to us and you haven't had a chance to sign in with Common Sense yet, then what you'll do is I'll sign out real quick. You'll go into this join part here. Okay. And same thing, when you join, you should already be logged in with your Google. And so you'll do the sign in with Google. Okay. It'll ask you a couple of questions. Don't take a ton of time answering those questions. It'll ask you the school. Just type in Octorara, give it a second, and then you can find the high school. And then it'll ask you a couple questions on what you teach. You can actually skip it. It'll ask you a couple if you want to have any subscriptions. You can certainly do those if you want, but you can also skip them as well. All right. So I'm just going to go back into Common Sense here and then sign back in because I don't need to create a new account. All right. So the reason why you need to have a new account is the all of the lessons come with everything you need to be able to teach those lessons. They come with slideshows. They come with any handouts that you may need. They actually come with a quiz. Some of them are printout quizzes. Sometimes they're a Google form quiz. You certainly don't have to do the quizzes on here. Really, the whole big idea with this is that you take the time to have the discussion with the students. Okay. So now that we're here, I'll sign back in, and this will give me access to all of that material that I just talked about, the lesson slides, the handouts, things like that. So I'm just signing in with Google, and now I am right here. So digital citizenship, and then I'll come over to the lesson plans. And so if you're teaching 10th grade, and we're going to be taking a look at the cyberbullying, digital drama, and hate speech, you'll notice that, and I will spend this time right now actually, you'll notice that this is all grades K to 12. Our K through 6 students through Kathy Smith and Nina Twaits, all of our students have received every single one of these lessons within here. So, and they have these larger headings, so media balance and well-being. Our students at the high school level, they have done this, or the junior senior high, they did this lesson earlier in the fall, but our K-6 students have gone through every single one of these lessons, which is very important as those younger students grow more and more with technology, knowing what's the best way to behave and act with the technology that they have. We're focusing for our junior senior high on the digital footprint and identity, and the cyberbullying, digital drama, and hate speech. So if you are, let's just say you're an 8th grade teacher and you're teaching this lesson here, you'll click on digital or cyberbullying piece, and then it will show you kindergarten all the way down to 12th grade. This is one way to find it. You can also, at the top here, you can just find the grade that you teach, and that's another way to filter it. Okay. But whatever grade you're teaching, and it's important that you teach the grade that you have, because this way, as the students are rotating through us, not every single lesson changes every single year when it comes to digital citizenship. And there's nothing worse than having a student coming up and saying, oh, well, we did that last year. right? So to avoid that, whatever you're teaching, whatever grade level you have, that's where you'll dive into this. And you'll notice that since this is 8th grade, this is the lesson that they have for the cyberbullying piece. Okay, so this one's entitled "Responding to Online Hate Speech." If you're curious and you want to see what the 7th graders are doing, by all means. If you're curious and you want to see what the 9th graders are doing, take a look. It's all centered around this larger idea of cyberbullying, hate speech, and I love the way they put it, digital drama, because that's exactly what it is. It's digital drama. But now that I'm signed in, I will have access to this material. So it breaks it down for me. Okay. It gives me, my learning objectives. It gives me the key vocabulary that we're going to be taking a look at. I have my definitions. All right. It'll say what you need, blank paper. Okay. And really what we have is it sets up our warm up here, our see, think, wonder, analyzing, discussing, and taking that wrap up piece. Everything here is linked, ready to go. So when you click on the lesson slides, you can choose whether it be English or Spanish, and then you'll click this open piece. This means it's opening it to a new tab, this little box with the arrow on it. So this will just open up onto your computer, and you don't have to change or do anything. You'll just be able to work through these slides. Now, obviously, I would suggest you take a look at these slides ahead of time so you know exactly what is going on, and be prepared for those discussions and things. It gives you your essential question, and you'll notice these anonymous people up here. These are other educators that are looking at this right now. They cannot communicate with you. They can't change anything, just like you can't change anything on here. This is just other people that are out there taking a look at this slideshow, whether they're teaching the lesson currently to their students or they're like us, they're taking a look and seeing what the lesson is all about. Okay. But the idea is that you have all of your material that you'll need. Now, you'll have your handouts here as well. Okay, and you'll be able to open these. This is also where you use your professional judgment, right? As you look through this material, as you look through the lesson show or the lesson slideshow, if you know that something in that slideshow you would tweak, you would alter, you would show in a different way to your students, then please use your professional judgment. Please use your knowledge of your students to change this in any way. If you think that just having your bullet point list and engaging your students in a large circle discussion about this is the best way to have them engaged and get the most out of this lesson, then please do so. You know your kids better than anybody else. This is just a resource to get you off the ground, right? We're asking you to teach these lessons because we think they're incredibly important for our students moving forward while they're at Octorara and beyond. But ultimately, they need to be impactful to the students. So if you know a different way that's going to work for your students regarding these lessons here, then I empower you and I implore you to do what you think is best to help your students. Okay. So for those of you that, are thinking, and as I started, when I first started teaching these lessons, oh my gosh, like how do I start? Where do I start? Well, if you don't know what to do, just work through their lesson slides, allow them to take a look at these handouts, choose to use the quiz at the bottom here if you like. This isn't graded for anything. This is really just for our students to understand what's expected of them when it comes to being online and trying to teach them the skills that will help them be successful while online. All right. So that's basically it. You have your material here. You'd be able to print any of this material out. If you needed to print it out, you could upload it and send it to your students on Cami. You don't even have to use this if you don't want. Just use it as a talking point. Hand the pieces out and let the kids talk through it, role play. This is a chance for you to be creative if you'd like to. This is a chance for you to have a really nice, honest discussion with your students and really kind of get to understand where they're coming from when it comes to these issues that they're going to be facing and will always be facing. All right. So please, if you have any questions, if you're having trouble getting logged in, if you're having trouble finding any of the information, please reach out and let me know. This is kind of John and our baby. But if you have any problems with anything, please let us know. But really, come to me. This is kind of going to be my focus for the last couple of weeks here. So please reach out to me. I would love to help you in any way. So great. Thank you.